It's a hot and sultry night in West London, so the tequila sunrise kits for Manchester City, the current champions, are perhaps appropriate. They take the field first, followed by Chelsea. The teams are coming out from separate tunnels, separate changing areas because of social distancing, of course. There's Christian Pulisic, his first start since early January. Well, now, as you know, as you can see, games are being held without fans in the stadiums for the remainder of this season in the Premier League. However, as you watch here on NBCSN, you'll hear added crowd noise, including chanting and cheering. It's all authentic, based on Premier League pre-recorded audio. If you'd like to watch the match without the added crowd noise, go to NBCSports.com or the NBC Sports app. Graham and I will be listening to it, but if you're wondering, the players...
Bit of housekeeping. Raheem Sterling, who we thought might play up front, is actually playing on.
So he arrived back in full training a week before their first game. Kyle Walker, room for a cross here for Riyad Mahrez. No, now to De Bruyne, who stayed out on the left after taking the corner, and the ball almost... Mendy. Eligible tonight after a two-match suspension, having got to 10 yellow cards. Sterling. Mendy, kicked away by Aretha Balaga.
Can't get out.
Into the area towards Bernardo. The square header for Sterling, who finds Mendy into the penalty area. He's never scored for Manchester City, but he wins a corner this time.
Fabulous move, that.
Etta. Willian in behind Mendy. Their first attack here. And they get a corner kick. Gundogan sliding. His heart may have been in his mouth momentarily, but that's good from Chelsea.
Yeah, lovely footwork by Giroud. Brilliant awareness. That
Ederson, whose distribution so far since the restart and since he joined Manchester. In contrast, the flank stays down. Kepa with
one pass.
Pulisic found by Barkley. Oh, just prompting Frank Lampard to say he's going to be a big player for us, not just for the rest of this season, but beyond that as well. As Piliqueta with the... Mahrez curls it in. Fernandinho, good save by Kepa. It was a fabulous flicked header from Fernandinho. It was on target, and Kepa was equal to it.
It's a lovely ball in. Well-timed run. He's well across that near post, isn't it?
Afforded a little bit of room here. He may have a go. Conte out to...
wouldn't it?
Foul on Mahrez by Conte. Former Leicester City title winners themselves.
He's been a good outlet so far. Mendy down that left-hand side. This is the Kepa clearance, I think. Oh, that's terrible. I mean, that's not going to fill you with confidence as a coach if you're seeing that.
By Alonso, falls here to Kyle Walker. Deep across this time, looking for Fernandinho. Well, Sparty got his head to it.
That's a worry from Chelsea's perspective. The lack of pressing when Kevin De Bruyne had the ball.
Low cut back. Falls here to Barkley. Good opportunity. And it ricochets off the right leg of Fernandinho and goes behind for a corner.
Proves they'll give you a chance. Manchester City. It's not the best ball into
Pulisic. On his right foot, floats it towards the back post. Possession. Raheem Sterling. Now, can Pulisic get there? It's Mendy who has the legs.
Oh, that's disappointing from Chelsea's perspective there. But
it was almost an opportunity for Pulisic. And here is Mount again, gets the right-footed effort away. Here's Barkley on the far side. And curls it in. The head of the save by Ederson, then it's flashed wide by Piliqueta. Christensen very close to the opening goal.
Fantastic response from Chelsea. City dominating the first 20 minutes or so.
Oh, there could be a chance on here. Pulisic picks up the loose ball and he could be in. Christian Pulisic for Chelsea. 1-0. The US international scores his second goal in 2 games. And it could be a massive goal for Liverpool Football Club as well. I'm sure they're rejoicing on Merseyside and in front rooms at City will feel they've dominated, although there were warning signs from Chelsea long before that Pulisic goal.
You can't account for the catastrophe in terms of the way Gundogan
leaves it, but then gets it from De Bruyne, goes for the top corner, and it was a nicely worked set piece.
Well, yes, Chelsea set a defensive line there. There wasn't a lot of space to operate in, so that's a
Mahrez. Mendy against Azpilicueta. It's a super cross. Ball's here to Walker. He cuts it back. And that was really menacing from Manchester City. Alonso has to be careful in the penalty area and on a yellow card, but defends well.
Yeah, the ball was bouncing around a little bit there, wasn't it? He had to really control himself.
And haven't done so in the 29 years since, and it's a shot by Mendy, who on his left, the defender, is it Christensen on the ground?
Yes, Christensen. What an absolute bullet of a shot that was by Mendy.
Bernardo. Mendy again, but he was always underneath that one.
And decent build-up play.
Here's De Bruyne, Sterling motoring in at the far post, but he's overhit the pass side. Stuart Atwell waves play on. The advantage being played, and the foul by Conte on Mahrez, and a free kick here for Manchester City. And Kevin De Bruyne eyes this one up. De Bruyne for Manchester City. It looks good. It's absolutely sensational. A gorgeous free kick by Kevin De Bruyne, the former Chelsea man, kept it with no chance. City are back level, and Liverpool may well have to wait. Chelsea won, Manchester City won.
Well, we saw Trent Alexander-Arnold.
B2, and here's Raheem Sterling for Manchester City. Hits the post. A lightning counter-attack stuff. But here's Mason Mount for Chelsea. Keeps the ball in play, wins a corner off Laporte. Walker chips into the area. Call from him, given to Mount. Mount is in! Just the wrong side of the post. A rare mistake from the foot of Ederson.
Well, we saw Kepa with a horrendous clearance in the first half from the same end, and that was equally as poor by Ederson, and
pressurised by Kevin De Bruyne. Here's Rudiger. Almost showed too much of that to De Bruyne, who, in challenging for the ball, has taken a whack on his left leg.
you can see the touch there from Rudiger's heavy, and then he stretches there and he studs straight down the shin of...
This goes all the way through. Sterling's curler! Just wide of that far post.
That's a great effort by Raheem Sterling. Lovely first.
He's around Ederson, and Pulisic, has he scored? The follow-up from Tammy Abraham hasn't crossed the line, and it's no goal. Defending of the highest order by Kyle Walker. Christian Pulisic must have thought he had his second. So VAR brought to you by Verizon. Let's take a look. What do you think, Graham? That's a difficult angle with his right foot, and he scores! Willian for Chelsea, and that could be the goal that seals the title for Liverpool at long last. It would be a huge 3 points for Frank Lampard's Chelsea.